Good morning, it's Tuesday, April 23rd, 2024. Peace is a path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. On the news this morning, Uniport reacts to viral video of lecturer sexually harassing female student. Police urge to release detained Rivers lawmakers. Rivers APC folds Governor Fubara's claim of increasing IGR. Reactions as Rivers Assembly overrides Governor Fubara again. IGP says Nigeria not ready for state police. And on the foreign scene, top U.S. colleges struggle with protests against war in Gaza. I'm Ifichukumoyela with the news. The management of the University of Port Harcourt, Uniport, says none of its staff members are involved in the viral video of a male lecturer sexually harassing a female student in his office. The 47-second video shows a man in an office fondling a young lady in what many said is a named Uniport lecturer notorious for sexual harassment. But in a statement, Uniport's head information publications and public relations, Sam Benu, said investigations has shown that the incident did not happen within the premises of Uniport. Dr. Benu said Uniport condemns any form of misconduct, especially those involving the safety and well-being of students. Earlier, Uniport Vice-Chancellor Owunari George Will said the school management held an emergency meeting on Monday on the matter. In a statement, Professor Owunari said a panel was constituted to investigate the incident and report back to management within 5 days. The committee consists of Jonah Aprioku as chairman, Emeka Ihirim, Agatha Oza, Edwina Ama, and Edward Bristol Alaweria. The statement said the registrar of the university will provide a secretary. Moving on, Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara, represented by his deputy Ngozi Odo, has promised to continue to prioritize the developmental demands of Obebe Mandoni people in his administration. Professor Odo said this during the Onelga Simplified Movement Thanksgiving for the Supreme Court victory of Governor Fubara at the Omoko Pavilion over the weekend. She also said the governor expects them to stand by the truth and support his administration.
We are special in the heart of our governor. He had told us when he came here that Onelga will be the hub of industrial development. He's a man of few words, but what he says, he does. He's focused, there will be no distractions. We have come today to thank God. Without God, we would have left office months and months ago. Your sister wouldn't have been the deputy governor today. But God Ebenezer stood by us. God Ebenezer worked for us.
Also, the Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development and member of the Simplified Movement in Obebe Mandoni local government area, Isaac Kumejuru, while addressing the crowd, reminded them of the pride of place they have in the Fubara administration.
This is an organic followership. I want to tell us, gone are those days when they will call your children to do this and do that. Our governor, a peaceful man, I want to tell you, what did he get for us? He will empower the youth. He will bring more roads. He will improve our health center. Not the way to make a tell them, and I said to come out because I forgot tell them. Say another people there with them. Nothing he only do. Make him only just bring the goodies.
And how the Director General Simplified had calling for the West State House of Assembly, Sokari. The lawmaker was arrested by the police last Thursday during the PDP NEC meeting in Abuja. Speaking at the Supreme Court Victory Thanksgiving service by the Simplified Movement in Onelga, Mr. BP claimed the lawmaker was arrested on trump-up charges as a way of harassing, intimidating and oppressing those loyal to Governor Fubara. He called on President Tinubu to direct the Inspector General of Police to order the immediate release of all those detained by the police.
It's antics, I know. The main policy you want to use is to intimidate people. They apprehended a lawmaker representing, I would have reason. An innocent person. Today you are a FCT minister. Mr. President, be wary of such people that want to save your name by using your powers, using your office to oppress people and to intimidate people. Kosokare Kuda Sokare is in the cell for no good reason. He was appointed by one man. Mr. President, please tell the IG to review our song.
Mr. BP also applauded Governor Fubara for increasing and declaring the true eternally generated revenue of River State.
Governor said he has gotten 27 billion as IGRO. Before now, what they declared to us when I was in the assembly is 12 billion. From 12 billion to 9 billion. Now, Governor said this money belongs to the people. And you are one of the people. The actual is 27 billion. It means people have been using pipe to siphon our money. Not so? Speak over and stop it. That the people's money must be spent on the people.
Meanwhile, the caretaker chairman of the All Progressive Congress APC in River State, Tony Okocha, has faulted Governor Fubara's comment that his administration has boosted the state's eternally generated revenue (RGR) from 11 billion naira to 26 billion naira. Now, at a media briefing in Port Harcourt, Mr. Okocha challenged Governor Fubara to a public discussion to detail how his administration increased the state's eternally generated revenue amidst the current economic challenges. Mr. Okocha expressed skepticism that there are no clear indicators to support the governor's claims of revenue growth.
As a party, we have been studying the governor's statement vis-a-vis the indices that should throw up this beautiful thing if it is actually true that he has been able to do that. The economists who have consulted, everything that they have told us do not add up. They're not bored with what the governor has said. And we're beginning to think that the governor has again attempted to concoct lies or untruths to reverse people. Because it beats our imagination that in a state of these difficulties, that they are the faces of every one of us in Nigeria. Somebody is saying that he increased revenue.
Now, he also accused the governor, who was the immediate past accountant general of the state, of sabotaging the last administration.
So the question is, what has changed? Could it not be true that the governor, as the accountant general of the state, as he was then, and my friend, the chairman of the board, Chiboso Awol, who is still the chairman of the board, is it not true? Couldn't it be true that they were sabotaging the government of the former governor? Because it's not within the ambit of the governor to talk about revenue. It is what is generated via the Board of Internal Revenue in liaison with the accountant general office that they will report to him. So it means that they were undercutting the state. So we condemn in absolute terms the attempt to lie to Rivers people.
Mr. Okocha also said that the APC is open and willing to receive members of the PDP in the state who are aggrieved with the outcome of their NEC meeting into the APC. In another development, the Martin Amihula-led River State House of Assembly has once again overruled Governor Siminalayi Fubara and enacted an amendment to the state local government law. This is the sixth time the House would be overriding the governor to enact laws. The amended bill was sent to the governor for his assent on March 14. During the early morning sitting today, two-thirds majority of House members voted to override the governor and pass the bill into law. The Speaker, Martin Amihule, said the clerk will forward the law to the governor, the Attorney General, and the Chief Judge of the state. By this new amendment, the House gave themselves the power to extend the tenure of elected local government chairman by 6 months if the River State Independent Electoral Commission (RISIEC) fails to conduct local council elections. The lawmakers also screened and confirmed nominees for the position of the chairman and members of the Assembly Service Commission. Those screened and confirmed are Samson Wallo as chairman, with Abiye Pepo, Blessing Derefaka, Baranen Robinson, and Dorcas Amos as members. Recall that on the 22nd of March, the House passed the River State Assembly Service Commission Amendment Bill into law, wherein the House gave itself the power to appoint the chairman and members of the Assembly Service Commission. Meanwhile, the chairman of the Inter-Party Advisory Council (IPAC) in River State, Soswema Osaro, has asked the Martin Amihule-led lawmakers to stop heating up the polity with their laws, which he says is intended to take over the powers of the governor.
Whatever they are doing will not in any way pit Rivers people against themselves. Rather, the good people of Rivers State will stand tall to protect democracy, protect the law, and to stand by the law. There are matters pending in the courts based on this violation of the Constitution. We are still waiting patiently for the courts to come up with valid judgment on this matter. And it is also very important to know that hence they have gone to court, other persons have also gone to court. It is necessary for every party to be peaceful and wait for the outcome of the courts.
Mr. Saro said the continued sitting of the lawmakers despite ongoing court cases is an abuse of power and a slap on democracy. In the meantime, elder statesman Anab Saraiwe says the action of the Martin Amihule-led assembly can only happen because Governor Fubara is indecisive amidst the current political crisis in the state. Mr. Saraiwe tells correspondent Siobi Oruware that Rivers people will support the governor when they know exactly where he stands in the political crisis.
We're still waiting for him to come up soon, focus and direction. Is he ready to fight his way out, or is he ready to give in? What does he want? How does he want to tailor it? Because if he cannot understand the dynamics of politics that 2027 depends on today, then I don't know what he's doing. If he's decisive to say yes, this is where he's going, Rivers people will go with him. But if he's not decisive, then there's nothing they can do. If Sim is not ready to fight, we cannot fight for him. Not because of Sim. If it's only Sim, nobody will do it.
Mr. Saraiwe, however, said the Rivers Elders Forum is not fighting for the governor but for the state. Still to come, IGP says Nigeria not ready for state police. Stay with us. You're welcome back, and now the rest of the news. Scores of Niger Delta groups have passed a vote of confidence in the managing director of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, Samuel Obuku. It comes a day after the NDDC's roundtable conference, where the NDDC boss gave an update on the position of the Commission's budget and implementation of programs, policies, and projects. At a media briefing on Monday, the Niger Delta groups made of youth and stakeholders of the region expressed satisfaction with the performance of the Samuel Obuku-led management team and appreciated President Bulletin for considering Dr. Obuku worthy to lead NDDC. The Deputy President of Ijo Youth Council Worldwide, Freedom Atibi, spoke on behalf of the groups.
What we are experiencing in the Dr. Sano Gogo-led management is beyond any describable form of leadership. We see it as the movement for the benefit of the functional entities and transit from a transactional to a transformational leadership. It is a deal in which has come to stay, but this is a new dimension of leadership in the Niger Delta. And for making choice and appointments, want to thank President Bola Ahmed for finding it worthy to appoint one of our best to be in the management of these entities. We are indeed proud of it.
Mr. Atibi, however, called on all Niger Deltans to cooperate with the current NDDC management for the good and development of the region.
For this reason and for the good of our region, we strongly advise all citizens and their supporters to control lens into the path of the high needs of Dr. Sam Ogogu. History has taught us that the only way to disseminate great ideas which are had earlier to be impossible, it is by eliminating the originator. And of course, you cannot achieve that without killing the vast majority of the human virtue and truth we have been revealed upon. Our fathers, mothers, brothers, sisters, sons, and daughters are the set of people represent the strength.
Moving on, the president of the Obolo Community Youth Leaders Congress, Amini Moses Clifford, has joined to raise the alarm, alleging an attempt by some politicians to conspire with some INEC ICT staff to reduce the voting strength in some wards in Andoni. In a statement, he claims that the alleged attempt is fueled by the inability of the said politician to secure a win in some of those wards in Andoni, considered areas where they can't win elections. The statement alleged that some staff have been financially induced. The group, however, called on INEC and all relevant agencies to investigate and put a stop to the alleged act. Away from that, the West Africa Container Terminal WACT Onne River State has started the container barging operation from WACT Onne to Ibeto Terminal, Port Harcourt. Speaking during the event to celebrate the smooth arrival and subsequent delivery of containers from the Onne Terminal to Ibeto Terminal, the Chief Executive Officer of APM Terminals, Onne River State, Frederick Klinke, described the trade agreement as a significant milestone in the commercial history of the WACT terminal. Mr. Klinke said the long-term partnership with Ibeto would ensure efficient utilization of the inland waterways and customer satisfaction.
This is the combination of a process we have been on for a couple of years, where we've been working with our shipping line partners as well as Ibeto to develop a product that enhances the offering that we have here from the terminal, so that the customers can choose between taking delivery of their containers the traditional way with trucking, or using the barge, thereby bypassing some sometimes difficult road conditions.
On the spot, the operations manager of Ibeto Port Terminal, Harcourt Obiora, said the partnership is the brainchild of Dr. Cletus Ibeto, the managing director of Ibeto Groups, in ensuring seamless service delivery.
In order to move forward to serve people as a brand new company, you have to pick the best. And in looking on picking the best, who you can work with to satisfy the clientele, we have to go with WACT, APM Terminal. The waterways, especially inland waterways, is very much underused. There is not much you could say when 25-50 containers could go on one barge versus one truck per 120 or 40 foot. So the impact goes a long way.
The head of operations APM Terminal, Fanny Atachia, and WACT Insil manager, Chika, also
we saw the owner of the facility, we saw APMT in him.